Hello everybody, I hope you're all having a great Sunday. In today's video I'm going to show you how to make this creamy, delicious chicken curry. It has about 699 calories and 50 grams of protein. Let's kick things off by firstly grabbing our rice cooker. And into our rice cooker we're going to go with 5 grams of oil, make sure you get it all in there. And then we're going to go with some minced garlic. I'm going to pop the minced garlic in and then put on the top. And then I'm going to pop my rice cooker mode onto cook. We're going to give our garlic a little bit of time to cook and let it release all of its flavors into the oil, thoroughly making sure we are mixing it out just so we avoid any burning. Definitely do not want our garlic to burn because we'll 100% notice it when we go to taste our rice. And then once we're happy out that our garlic is done, we're going to grab 350 grams of rice, pop it into your rice cooker, and then we're going to make sure we thoroughly mix it and let all that oil infused garlic coat the rice. And then once we're all done with that, of course, we have to season it as well with some salt. Just go by eye how much you think is going to suit you. My rice, I love to add these little cardamom pods. They add such a unique kind of sweet floral type of flavor into the rice, and it just really does make it really fragrant, and yeah, 100% a noticeable difference. Then I'm going to go in with 500 ml of oil, pop it onto cook mode and let it do its thing. Now it's time to do some prep on our veg. So the first vegetable we're going to go with is our onion. And yeah, just simply slice it up into these nice little ribbon pieces, just trying to keep everything nice and even as we kind of normally like to do. Real onion is just an absolute essential ingredient in curry, amongst other dishes too. So once we get it all chopped up, break it up, pop it into a bowl and put it to the side. And the next veg I went with is these sweet peppers. Now my shop, surprisingly, don't know why, didn't have regular bell peppers. So this is all that they had, but yeah, no, it really did work in the dish in the end of it all. Their flavor profile are pretty much the exact same anyway, but it was just more of a little ball ache for me to kind of chop them up into little pieces as opposed to it would have been with the bell pepper. But anyway, we got it there in the end, and yeah, similarly with the onion, just pop it into the bowl and off to the side. Lastly, on this side of our veg prep, I'm going to use carrot. Now, you can substitute any of these vegetables for how you're tasting and how you like it. It's really not a big deal. These are just kind of the ones that I decided to go with, but yeah, just cut up your carrots into little small pieces, similarly to the other pieces of vegetables. Not going to change the pattern. We're going to pop them all into a bowl once we're all done chopping, and it goes to the side as well. So I've gone with a chicken curry. We've also prepped chicken many times on this channel, so I'm not going to leave you watching me kind of cube it all up. I've said it before, we just keep each piece as equally as we can so it cooks evenly, and yeah, just chop them all up and get them onto a plate and we're good to go. So it's time now to do our spice mix. First spice is garam masala, just to add a little bit of depth to our curry. So for the spice mix will be cumin, which is going to add a nice earthy flavor. After the cumin, we're going to go with turmeric, which is going to add that earthy flavor too, but it will also make a nice yellow color on our curry. Next up is going to be some paprika, going to add some smokiness, some sweetness. After the paprika, all-purpose seasoning, it's a mixture of various seasonings, and then Chinese five spice is going to add a nice little fragrance to the curry. And of course, a curry wouldn't be a curry without some curry powder, so I go in with 3 teaspoons of the curry powder. And yeah, that is our spice mix complete. Give it a nice mix around, get the flavors combined. The color on it's going to be beautiful. Now guys, with our spice mix prepared, we can start cracking on cooking our chicken. Firstly, we're going to go in with 15 ml of olive oil. Use whatever oil you feel like, coconut oil, avocado oil, all's good. Once we have our oil nice and hot, we're going to slowly add in our chicken. All we're looking to do is cook it fully through and get a nice brown color onto the chicken. Once we have it all onto the pan, we're going to let it cook away and do its thing, and then we're going to go up and start to prepare our potato. Right, so we're going to grab our potato and then similarly to the carrots and the peppers, just slice it into small little pieces. Now, I know you could probably be thinking like, why are we putting potato into a curry? But it adds so much kind of volume to the meal. If you're relying on rice, you're kind of setting up with so much calories. With the potatoes, half the calories that the rice is going to be. So it adds so much more, bang for your buck if you're going to put it that way. And of course, aside from the fact that it adds so much volume, it really does work in the dish overall. It just adds another element. Just a side note on the potatoes, we didn't cut them earlier just because they'd go brown. But our chicken browned up a little bit and we're going to pop it onto a plate. And in the same pan, without washing it, we're going to add in our potatoes. And then we're just going to give them a nice little mix around and let them fry away until they soften up. And then once our potatoes are softened up a wee bit, we can add our onions into the party, followed by our carrots. Add them all in, and then we're just going to give them a nice little mix around. And finally, of course, we can't forget our nice sweet little peppers. So we're going to throw them into, toss and turn them around the place, and then it is time to add in our beautiful spice mix. Spice mix goes in, and yeah, again, nice little mix around, combine the flavors until all the ingredients are coated. Now we're going to see the whole dish start come together. Go in with 300 mils of coconut oil. I used a light one. Again, look how creamy that's starting to look. Now to add another dimension of flavor, I like to use these cherry tomatoes kind of in the little sauce. Add in them too. I end up using the whole can, although I didn't show it. And then I go with 50 grams of tomato puree. It'll just add a nice deeper kind of flavor to the tomatoes. Again, smash them all up, and can't stress how important it is to get everything fully combined. Then let it bubble away, pop on a lid, and leave it for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now to bring the curry all together, I go in with 2 teaspoons of garlic. Then I go with this heaped puree of chili, and then some ginger puree too, just to add a nice fragrant kind of heat to the dish too. Mix it around, let it bubble away, let it do its thing, and then it is time for the grand finale to add our protein. Now I've just had salt and pepper onto this chicken. Other than that, there's nothing else on it. Throw it in, and yeah, look at it coming together. Creamy, delicious, full of veg. It's beautiful. Happy days, time for our plate up time. So, as you know me, I like to kind of do it by eye. Again, if you're kind of more strict in your diet or your macros, you can definitely weigh all the ingredients out and do it that way. There's no problem in doing so. And a little side note on the rice, if you're not making it this way, I highly recommend you do, because with the garlic and the deep kind of fragrance the cardamom pods put in it, it really is just so perfect. I've kind of gone with a close up on the dish out of the chicken curry, because if you can just see, it is just so creamy, and for the kind of calories that we put into it for 6.99, I just can't think of a better dish to have. These are good in the freezer for up to 3 months, and then in the fridge for about 5 days. Normally, what I do is I rotate them, so 3 in the freezer and 2 in the fridge, and as I need, rotate them out. As you can see now, I'm just topping each one finally with coriander, just to add that little sweet citrusy flavor to top off the curry. And yeah, guys, I really hope you did enjoy this video. And as always, I really do appreciate the support that I've received so far. And if you do like it, please share it about, leave some feedback, and make sure you subscribe. I'll see you next time.